Hey, so I had to remake this video because I didn't want it to run too long or whatever, because you know how copywriting is or whatever, but I did want to catch the whole little exchange that this lady is about to have with her psychiatrist. So anybody who's seen the show The Sopranos knows who this is. This is Tony Soprano's therapist slash psychiatrist, and she is at her psychiatrist talking to her own psychiatrist, because anybody who has friends or family members or who is uh therapist or a psychiatrist knows that those people who do that profession have to see their own therapist or psychiatrist, right? And in this particular scene, she had decided to take Tony Soprano back as a client and start seeing him again after he, pretty much fucked up or whatever, because he flashed out on her one day, ended up breaking her glass coffee table and stuff and going off on her. And he was completely out of line for doing the shit. And, but she decided to take him back because she started dealing with some of her own problems from seeing him as a client and being in such close proximity. And anybody who knows about energy and about osmosis and about being close to other people is that when you're around certain people, you start to take on certain characteristics and things of them, even if that isn't in your particular character originally. And her being around Tony Soprano, a high-ranking mafioso and mobster, it got to her because of his outbursts, because of his personality and things like that. And it bothered her that when she stopped seeing him, which was what she was supposed to do after he went off, that she felt like she needed some type of closure. You know how women are about closure and stuff like that. And some guys about closure and stuff, which is men. Sometimes we gotta let that closure concept go. But this scene is really an exchange real quick between her and her psychiatrist that shows the difference between men and women. And I'm gonna just go ahead and play it. I had to get it right down because I didn't want the copyright to be too long, and then it was gonna copyright me. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see the video or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play it and let y'all see what's going on. This season 2, episode 9, and this is on HBO Max, by the way.
Or even your ethics.
Then why do I challenge it?
What you hope to achieve with this man?
What you hope to achieve with me?
No, that's a facile analogy.
And live
Hold on.
in a moral never land with this patient. Not wanting to judge, but...
So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there so it don't go too long. So she literally is talking to her psychiatrist, and she's saying she's having problems treating him and understanding why she wants to treat him. And then her psychiatrist asks her, says, what do you hope to achieve with this man? Like, what do you hope to achieve by dealing with him? Because, she has other patients. She's not gaining anything from seeing Tony Soprano as a psychiatrist. But in her mind, she felt like she can just flip the scenario back to her psychiatrist. Like, what do you hope to achieve with me? And he's like, that's a ridiculous analogy. Like, it makes no sense because you're not Tony Soprano. And this is the problems that women and men have nowadays. Okay? Women think that they can be in close proximity with powerful men who live these different lifestyles and that it's just like the same thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nothing about this lady is the same as Tony Soprano. If you watch this show, you can literally see that they are so far apart that it's ridiculous. It's like saying red and blue is like the same color, black and white. Anything you want to do, silver and orange. Like, it's like a puppy versus a elephant, or a panther versus a goldfish. Like, it's no way that she could possibly even think that her and Tony Soprano and the way her and her psychiatrist does things and the way that they're treating and what she's dealing with is the same as what when she's treating Tony Soprano is the same. But you have this culture, especially nowadays, where women aspire to have power, or because of being in close proximity to powerful men, that they believe it's the same. This lady over here about to go out of her mind way quicker than Tony Soprano. like Tony Soprano done did so much dirt on this doggone show, and he was having problems. She was only seeing him for some months, and he had her have to go into hiding because he started a war, and she thinks that it's the same. And her psychiatrist, she think that she could just flip it back the other way, like, oh, it's like a double standard. No, ma'am, it's not a double standard. You're not on Tony Soprano's level. You're not as evil as Tony Soprano. You're not as powerful as Tony Soprano. And that's one of the main problems that go on in society today. Women do not understand the difference between them, the men that they work with, and powerful men in their communities or in their lives. They think that they're closer, they're just like them, and it's like, ma'am, it is not like that. So yeah, that was something I just wanted to make a little video about. And hopefully y'all catch on to what I'm saying. But yeah, peace. Well, I should say, I'ma holler at y'all later.